let's see if I can get her done there. There you go, Roy.
See if we can hump this football.
Oh, you took it backwards. It's gonna read backwards. Everybody gonna be Big Boy said, "What's up, Pops?" Olivia said, "Dim it." Oh.
Even Justin said hello.
Justin said, hello, buddy. What's wrong with Olivia already? Hugh said, hello, Randy, and hello, Scoots.
Hello.
Boot, Scoot, Boogie. Olivia says, I wanted to be first. Well, you got to be quick. Oh, Carlo's fast. You know, he fast as fuck, dude. You said, hello, Olivia. Madison said, hi. Hello, Madison.
Madison's on her way to her parents because she works tonight.
Carlos says, hello, Justin. Hugh says, hello, Madison. Olivia says, TOJ. Hugh says, hello, Carlo. Carlo said, sup, R3. Woo.
Hey, Carlo.
Hugh said, hit the like button while you resign.
While you're resting.
Rest in. Oh, I got it. 8 people in here, 9 thumbs up. That's a hell of a start.
Well, Justin probably come in and said hey and left.
That's fine. He give us a thumbs up. He comes in. That's all that matters. Carlo said, what's up, Hugh? Man, that does look like a big old belly. I need to do something about that. Let me slide up under this
Beth's
desk.
here. Beth said hello, hello everyone.
Hello, Beth.
Hello, Beth.
You said, what's up there, fellas? Carlos said, hello, Madison. You said, hello, Beth. Daniel said, hey, everyone, happy Tuesday. You said, how are you, love? Let's see. Olivia says, I have no more chowder, too. Ha, 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 ha. John Deere said, what's up, everybody? Everyone. I'm sorry. Not every. No, he said everybody. Sorry. I was trying to make me look so fat. What do y'all think?
Well, everybody just saw the pop cane.
You says, uh-oh. What'd you pop cane for?
Because as soon as I stood up, he damn dove over here toward the dip.
He wants to get in there to where he's in the channel. Let's see. John Deere said, what's up, Grand Pedo Vic, in May? See my new song today. Mattis says, hello, everyone. I'm driving, so just listening. Will you be safe out there on them roads? Josh said, boring. We'll liven it up there, Josh. Don't be so damn boring.
But then he said hello.
Carlos said, what's up, Jacob? Josh says, hello. John Deere says, dang it, I meant Vic, not Pick. Hugh said, hello, Josh. Luz said, nice couple. Well, thank you. 25 people, 11 thumbs up. Josh says, want to see me speak in a different random language? That's up to you, buddy. Hugh said, hello, Luz. Electric says, go Patrick. Electric Batman said, Bill Dooley said, how's it going, brother? I hope you have a great day, and I hope you do too. Lee said, call some strippers. Minnie says, can you say I love loose meat sandwiches? Hugh says, hello, Electric. Lauren sending Jesus is King with a bunch of different stickers. Grandma said, hi, Pops. Hi, Randy. 3. Hello, Grandma. Grandma said, hi, Kane. Hugh said, hello, Lauren. Yes. John Deere says, everybody like the song I made today? I haven't heard it yet, John Deere. Carlos said hello, Grandma. Grandma said hi, Jacob. Josh says, let's see what Josh says. Oops, wrong button.
Push the lucky button.
It says, I'm currently speaking Chinese. Well, I guess that means I'm currently reading Chinese. John said hi. Grandma says hi, Lauren. Hugh says, we just walked in the door getting grub going. All right. Hugh said hello, John. Grandma said hi, John. Olivia said no more chowder. You mean to tell me Steve's already got his shit deleted and we just started? Oh, man, come on, Steve. You know we don't do politics or religion in here. Grandma says, hi, Big Boy Toys. Mark says, greetings from California and just sub. Thank you, Mark.
Well,
John Deere said, Grandma V and Grandpa Vic, I hope you like the song that premiered today. Check it out. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Grandma said, hi, Josh. And Rumpel said, yellow. Pops and Randy Jr.
Hey, Rumble.
Hugh says, hello, Mark. John says, double tap is broke. Justin said, big back over there. Indoors says, hey, Big Daddy. Rumpel says, Grandma, hello, Gamer of Earth. It's got the, something like that. Grandma says, hi, Olivia. Hugh says, hello, Rumpel. Josh says, now I speak Oshkosh. Okay.
Gosh, my gosh.
Rumble said, Grand Pitto, hello. Double D said, I pray for the young man behind you with the Down syndrome. Hugh said, hello, gamer. Grandma says, hi, Mark Anthony. Olivia says, I missed the piece already. Hugh said, yes, that little buddy is smart, though. Carlos said, what's up, Rumple? Rumple said, Justin, hello. Grandma says, hi, Double D. Rumple says, big boys, hello. Someone says, hi, Greenlands. Grandma says, hi, Double Rumple. DRN says, hi. Mark says, hello, Grandma. Rumple says, oh, pass us some Junior, Randy Jr. Brent said, what's up, Randy?
What's up, Brent? Haven't seen you in a couple minutes. Glad you made it home, hopefully.
Grandma says, hi, someone. Olivia said, hey, man. Josh says, I can also speak Wingdingling. Hugh says, I speak ACC hole. Lord, John Deere said, Bigfoot is hungry. Eat chip behind you, Randy. R3 butter cheeks. That ain't Bigfoot. I can tell what my youngin's eating. He's trying to aggravate shit out of me. Josh said, want to see me speak wingdings? Don't do that shit. Now, I'm not playing. Damn it.
I'm going to put a pin in California anyway.
Dang, says Lord. Grandma says, hi, Brent. Nathan says, Mr. Clean podcast. Hugh says, hello, Brent. Accepting accountability says, oh, so all just sitting on CSX time clock. I'm telling, laugh my ass off. Patrick says, where the beef at?
Right here. I have the beef. I'm serious, I have the beef. I plan on
Grandma said, double D's. Yes, hush. Got me behind. Patrick
How did
said,
I get you behind?
Patrick said, hi. Rumpel said, as soon as I ask him to share, he packs it up. Oh, yeah. Stingy little shit. Hugh said, hello, Patrick. Mark said, Randy, nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you.
Olivia says, ha, Down syndrome Randy. I think not. He's just as bad, a bad case of rednecking everything. Grandma said, hi, accepting. Jimmy says, hi from the farm of North Missouri.
Oh,
Someone said, what shit this guy eats? Whatever he wants, I guess. Ash says, hi, how are you doing? And then they said, hi, I'm doing well. Hope you are.
North Missouri.
Grandma says, hi,
St.
Jimmy.
Joseph.
Carlos said, it was that man, Nathan's daddy. Nathaniel's daddy, sorry. Janelle says, hi. Jane says, honey, I'm home. Hello, Jane. Patrick says, Gran. Grandma says, hi, Ash. John Deere says, now, guys, don't poke the bear. He bites. I'm joking.
Oh, I bite.
Josh sent a lot of, I'm not reading them all. Daryl's tapping in with the More Mac account, editing. But here, Grandma says, hi, Jane. Josh said, always. Bye.
Anyway,
sorry. Hugh said, hello, Daryl. NATO said, would you trust a raccoon that was wearing mini pants? Nope.
I'd probably trust
Grandma
the
says,
government.
Grandma says, hi, Patrick. John says, double tap worked on my phone? Question mark.
It works on my phone.
Rumble said, have you seen how Pringles are made? It's not very appetizing, unfortunately. I saw it.
Just like hot dogs.
Grandma said, hi, Mac. Robert said, I got my... Here, you get on up here and read. I am not doing this shit now.
Go ahead. I'm just sitting here watching you read. Robert said he got his Christmas card in the mail.
Awesome, Robert.
Jimmy McGaffrey, 8129, said beef cattle farmer says thank you for choosing beef. You're welcome. Glad not to be taking food from your cows. I'll let you go ahead since you got to scroll down. I'll sit back down. I'll get up in a minute to annoy you. Dude, I'm going to need you to get out of my face. No. This is mine.
That's awesome, Robert. Thank you. You see,
No.
you said I posted a video from a 92-year-old man. Please watch it, everyone. He is so right. Nicole said, would you try? I just read that. Jamoon said, I see a burger. I feel one too. Dex, D-E-K-U said hi. Jane said hello. Hugh said life is fleeting. Nicole says
The same thing we just read. Hugh said hello, Jane. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm lost.
Okay.
Did Robert put that again?
No. You're at Edward O2L-P40. Saying Jesus Christ died for you and he loves you. Repent and turn before it's too late. Yes,
he did put it again. It's on down there. Rumple said, Jane, hello. Jane said, hi, you. Hi, Rumple. You said, hello, Edward. Jimmy said, Unionville, Missouri. Grandma said, hi, Edward O2. Virgil Rogers said, hi. Hugh says, I gum hard. Robert said, damn it. Robert didn't say damn it. I did. Robert said, Randy, I got my Christmas card in the mail. Awesome. John Deere said, R3 got beef butt cheeks. Grandma said, hi, Virgil. Pan said, damn, you guys are so American. I hope so. Jane said, blanket, hi, getting dinner. Jay Moon says, Peaches, you smur the booger. Did I smear it? Damn it.
I like peaches.
Rumple said, fight. Boo's friend said, is that Adam Sandler's? Carlos says, hello, Jane. Olivia says, Randy, what by eating?
I was eating a dingo.
Robert said, who the Christmas card?
Got it.
Mike said, live from North Carolina, it's Never Done Projects. Hello, Mike. Rumple said, enabled to text to speak, but it's darn slow.
It doesn't understand redneck, by the way. It jumped down.
Hugh said, that's right, live from North Kakalaki. Daniel said, see.
We can say Merry Christmas again.
There you go. All right. Jane said, hi, Carlo. Hi, Mike. Mike said, hello, Jimmy. Hello, fellow Missourian. Grandma said, hi, Daniel. John Deere said, R3, better watch. Go make your dad mad. You going to open a can of whoop ass. whoop butt, but
I'm scared. I'm quaking in my tennis
yeah,
shoes.
he's going to be in a minute. I know how to get him too. Mike said hi, Jane. Jane said hi, Justin. Someone said, "Do you work at a nuclear power plant?" Yeah, hell yeah. This is Bart Simpson's dad, Homer. Patrick said, "Nice." See, it just jumped. Patrick said, "Nice truck in the picture. Thank you."
It's right outside.
Hugh said, "Lowell John Deere." Olivia says, "You can't have ding dongs." J3R4VO. Do you think the newer generations are not hard workers? I think there are a lot of laziness.
Well, I think the problem's also become
Yes.
is they're just not going to deal with the same shit that we've dealt with our entire lives.
Hugh says, "Hello, Kane, buddy, puppy, dog."
Hey, everybody
Mike-
said hey to you, dude.
McBolt said, "What's the best cigarette and beer combo? Mexican Coke and Marlboros, or Dr. Pepper and Lucky Strikes?" Don't-
Whichever one I don't have to drink and smoke.
We don't drink or smoke. So
I smoke tires.
Mick Bolton says hi, or Mick Boltron says hi. Olivia says, "Oh, glowy thingy, yeah." John Deere says, "What was that glowing in the dark when you turned the light out?" Glow stick.
A big old glow stick.
I don't know where Kane found it. It was laying in the floor today, sirs. God knows what he's been into.
There is no telling where that dog has been. He's probably been in parts of this building we've never even seen.
Hugh says, not all of anyone is complete anything. I know gangsters that work hard, but not many." Olivia says, "Oh." Brandon says, "Yo, cooking breakfast tomorrow, not tomorrow. Sunday. He might cook some steak here in a little bit."
But
John
he won't
Deere
come
said,
down there while I cook it.
"No, it's cold." John Deere said, "What was that?" What was that glowy in the dark? Oh, wait, that's Randy's butt. Hugh says, "Down." Olivia said, "Sure, I'm starving and sick too." Roscoe says, "What up, guys? Watch out for fools. God bless." Yeah, they out there. Fools are everywhere. Patrick says, "Is that your house?" Nope. Patrick says, "Is that your house?" Nope. Hugh said, "Well, nope." Hugh says, "Hello, Roscoe." Siren, how you say that? Synon, Sion? I don't know. That glow stick was up your butt?
And
Nope,
I'm
but
gonna
it
put
could
it
be
down
up
your throat to
yours.
see if it still glows.
John Deere said, "Everybody just need to get off their lazy butt and go to work if they able to."
Well, John
Grandma-
Deere, I agree with that. The only exception I have is it's really hard for people to get jobs anymore.
Grandma said, "Hi, Roscoe." Benadryl says,
Benadryl.
Ben Deho says, "I have a question for you guys on the couch, for the guy on the couch."
As long
Aaron
as it's
said, "Hi."
appropriate. Wait, hold on.
I can't hold on.
I already know his question. I already know his answer.
All right. Anthony said, "Hi from Columbia. Y'all got a bunch of snow, not a lot of ice."
About an inch and a half.
McBoltron says, "What's the best breakfast Monster Energy roller dogs or cold Pop Tarts and a double gulp?" Man, where do you come up with this shit? Are you high or something trying to talk?
He's had too much
Hugh
challenge.
says, "Hello, Aaron." Ben Deho said, "What is 128 inches holds back of a monster?"
Where the hell are you seeing inches? His teeth.
I said teeth, didn't I?
No, you said inches. What has 128 teeth and holds back a monster? My zipper.
It's a mini monster, but Grandma said, "Hi, Aaron." Jane said, "Hi, Aaron." Aaron said, "Hi, Grandpa. Aaron says, "Damn it, Jane." Matter said, "Comes from those batteries and tires, kicks your car, I think."
That's the glow stick.
Oh,
I bet you she's right. Because he tore up one of those boxes today.
yep. Olivia says, "Don't ignore me, Randolph." Robert said, "Who in the picture in the Christmas card?" That's me and him. Aaron said, "Hi, Grandma." Soviet said, "What's your favorite country?" Ours, I guess. Grandma said, "Hi, Madison and Angels." Jane said, "Anthony, we got a bunch of snow."
13 inches.
Some says 9 or 10. Some says 13.
There's a reason certain people aren't allowed to measure anymore.
Aaron said, "Double tap that screen." Yeah, we got 22 and 32. Thank you. 22 people, 32 likes. Thank y'all. Tree says, I'm starting.
Tree! I wouldn't even.
I'm starting. Oh.
Someone, 6885 said, "Where the F are the whores?" You.
Aaron said, easy to get a job, harder to keep a job. 8 Lug says, y'all staying warm?
Trying.
Yes. As long as I
Hope
stay
you are,
here.
Gabriel.
Larry Dildon said, hi.
Hello.
Olivia says, no, I'm freezing. Stress, less blessings. Said, boy, I tell you what, boy. Boy, I tell you what, boy.
Are we gonna be what's the chicken?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Grandma said hi to 8 Lug. Stress said say it.
John Deere said, yeah, it was up your butt, glow stick. We can see you go for miles. Hugh said some of my answers would not be adult family content, so I bite my tongue.
That's a lot.
Anthony says, Jane, it was all over the Colombian news here. Stress says, boy, I tell you what.
Boy, I tell you what.
It said, Hugh says, hello, 8 Lug. Grandma said, hi, Anthony. Reddick says, long live America. Nicholas says, hello.
Hello.
Robert says, Randy, can I wear my work shirt? Yes. Olivia says, I said you share, Randy.
I know what you
Nicholas
said. I'm not doing it.
Mike says, are you still on heroin or did y'all quit? It was hard to quit if you never started. Jane said, hi, Madison. Grandma said, hi, Nikos. Hugh, damn it. Carlos said, sorry if I'm in and out, guys. My sugar was 217.8 mgdl this morning. Not feeling very well. I hope you get to feeling better, buddy. Nicholas says, James, greetings from us Earthlings. Grandma said, Nicholas says, Grandma. Nicholas said, Grandma Vic. Boston said, hi, guys. Hello.
Hello. Boston Bill.
The bomb Byron says, gotta love Marty Robbins. Grandma said, hi, Boston. 8 Lug said, hey, Grandpitto and Grandma. John Deere said, I didn't say tree. No, I said squirrel. Dang it. Boston's got a thumbs up. Hugh said, hello, Nicholas. Grandma said, hi, Byron. Jane said, hi, Nicholas. Boston said, shotgun, not heroin. Hugh said, shoot guns, not heroin, sorry. Shotgun, same difference. Hugh says, still is a strong word. Olivia says, hey, Randy, you're going to find this funny, and Pops, you're going to find this irresponsible and probably dumb. Oh, hell. Jane said, Maddie, did you see pics? Nicholas says, Grandpa Vic waving. Anthony said, one thing I miss about U.S. is ownership of guns. Robert said, I'm ready for work. Tell Randy.
Wonderful. We're going to work at 9 tomorrow.
Hugh says, drugs are cheaper than guns, not hot rods.
Touche.
Joe says, my sugar was 600, but I have it under control now. Jane said, Anthony, you can't have guns down there. Grandma says, hi, Joe. Jane said, Joe, blood sugar that high are very dangerous. 27 people, 35 thumbs up. That is awesome, everybody.
I trimmed my beard last night. Just so you know, my face feels like it's windburned.
Huh. Robert said, tell Randy don't forget my work jacket.
I won't forget. Madison was mad at me this morning, everybody. Trim my beard. Addie told me to.
Nicholas said, how's the weather there, buddy? Cold, yes. You answered your own question because it's very cold. Snaky okay says, why is my ankle itchy? I don't know. Maybe you had it in the wrong place. Hugh said, what did he was trying to say? Acetonos. I don't know what that is. If that's a word, I ain't got it. Jane said, 35 likes, only 623. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jane. Ain't that awesome? I hope they don't take them away. Joe said, good thing I went to the hospital. Brandon said, "What's up, fellas?" Hello, Brandon.
Hello.
Kenneth said, "The guys with the shit on the couch is so much cooler."
Yeah.
If he is, he wouldn't be covered up, would he?
Yeah, I would be covered up.
Never mind.
Cooler.
I got it wrong.
Yo, dumbass.
Dumbass. Let's see. Robert said, "Randy, what color my work jacket?" I think we've answered these questions 110 times before. It's pink. Beans with rice says, "Why did you vote for Biden?" I just followed your lead, buddy.
Beth told me to.
Anthony said, "Yes, you can own guns, but it's medical, mental, and huge fee to own one. So high of a fee you can't afford it." Grandma said, "Hi, Brandon." Hugh says, "Hello, Brandon." James says, "R3, Addie told you to trim your beard?" Question mark.
Yes, she did.
And laughing.
No, seriously. This morning, she woke up right before I got in the shower, and I was getting ready to clean the drain out because it's full of hair.
Oh, yeah.
And Addie walks in the bathroom and says, "Are you going to trim your beard?" I said, "Well, I was about to get my shower, but do you want me to trim my beard?" And she said yes. And Madison was asleep, so she didn't get to interject this time. So I trimmed my beard.
Hugh said, "Brandon." Grandma said, "Hi, Kenneth." Olivia says, "But Boggy and the crew was play a specific game where you say a specific word louder than the last person till they chicken out where they're party hunting in O'Reilly's."
Yeah. You know what game it is, ain't you? It's the Weenus game.
Oh.
With a capital P.
Oh. Aaron M115 said he loves ice. I do too. Barrel ice. That's awesome. The bigger chunks, it still keeps your drink cold, but I do like the barrel ice. Kenneth said, "I wished I had a dad. I respect y'all." Thank you, Kenneth. If sorry you don't have one, but we'll be one if you. We'll try to help you out if we can. We'll be your family. Hugh said, "Is ice to come?" CD. Robert said, "Randy, can I see work truck?" No, it's dark. I picked you up this morning, didn't I? Hugh says, "Cold." Oh, is ice too cold?
It's at least 32 degrees.
Let's see. Anthony, Uncle Creepy Joe. Mike said, "Robert, you're a broken record." Jane said, "Kenneth, it's a great father and son duo." Billingster says, "God loves you guys." He loves you too. Thank you. Aaron said, "Ice is the next Gesto Pap, whatever." I hadn't seen that type. I still like barrel though. Jane said, "I love it. She's keeping you on top of things."
Yes,
Maddie said, "I wasn't asleep. You just don't listen." Huh? Olivia said, "Lord." Grandma said, "Hi, Billings. Amen. You as well." Hugh said, "If it weren't for the ladies, we'd fall apart peacefully." You said, "We got kicked out fast."
Olivia said that.
Olivia said that. I'm sorry.
Dumbass.
Carmen. I don't know. Barrel Ice had that name. I just learned something. Kenneth sent 100 for 2 joules. Grandma said, "Lowell Madison." Robert said, "Yeah." Roscoe said, "I'd like a ice bucket challenge, the size of the moon to dump over." Oh man. Zeppelin said, "Hey." Robert said, "We got home from work, right, Randy?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Grandma said, "Hi, Kazem, Kazem." God help us today, said Magga Maxwell. Already got away. Jane said, "I think Robert has some mental challenges. He's okay." Not Bo B says, $70 to the first streamer to sing the song Jen. If I knew it, I'd sing it.
And then you not to send it.
Yeah. If I knew the song, I would sing it just to see if you would stand on your word. Hugh said you first. God help us. Really? You going to use the word God in your name and then you're going to say stuff like that? Really? Nicholas says, got trophies. Nicholas has got number 1. Patrick says, I am on my jet ski. I don't believe you. Where are you from? Chat, send me a picture of my community page of your jet ski. Trey Thompson said, can you shout out my dad, Martin? Hello, Martin. Billings said, I don't know if you guys have trucks or where you're located. Pray for your cars before driving. We got several trucks and we're located in Denton, North Carolina. And yes,
I give them hell, buddy.
That's right. We do pray for them. We pray they make it to the next stop.
I had to put my truck in 4-wheel drive last night and this morning.
Cameron says, are there different names for different ice? Well, there's barrel ice, crushed ice, block ice, cube ice, ice, cold ice, melted ice. They call that water. Hot water, cold water, warm water. They got all kinds of names for them.
Did you know really, really hot ice is steam?
Yeah. Anthony says, when y'all going to start playing your part of all that money that got stolen from MN? When are we going to start paying for your part of all that money?
Huh. You might not want to start me on that subject.
Livia said, maybe telling Buggy no balls is a bad idea. Patrick says, now in Florida. Well, you might be on your jet ski then, so I might take that back. Sorry. Kidda said, be so much cooler if my dad had hair. Robert said, did you have my name on the paperwork? I did. Jane said, Patrick, where you were you in Pennsylvania yesterday? Jane, he's fast as fuck, dude.
Well, that's just like the person who said they were in Florida, but then they were in Minnesota.
Isaac said, hi. I guess that's how you say that. Jane said, did you get a new Jeep yesterday, Patrick? Patrick says, I have a plan I take. Patrick said, no. Daryl said, 43 likes. Damn. 22 people, 44 likes, 630. Awesome.
Olivia asked where I'm going.
Thank y'all. Let's see. Patrick said, I have a plan no for you said ice cream. Yes, I was going to get me some of that before the live, but I wasn't able to.
Oh, the old owner of Kane texted me, said she's been watching the live but wanted to ask how he's doing, didn't want to bother us.
Oh,
I said, he's doing good, you're not bothering us. I said, it gets kind of annoying that he likes to not understand personal space. And she says, yeah, he loves to get in your face and lick you. She's like, I don't know if it's a Great Dane thing or not. I said, well, it gets annoying sometimes, but he's just wanting to play. Hey, you coming?
Karma says, I would really like to know how to say that name.
How do you spell it?
Kamirowo. I don't know what actually, I didn't know that actually. Thank you. But it is barrel ice. It just looks like a little bitty wooden barrel. I do like that. Jane said, my sister started a prayer chain today to make sure I got to and from my medical appointment today. Awesome. Hugh said, and you were playing on your phone. How dare you, Jane? Hugh said, we've been playing these criminals. Hugh said, not the place, no politics though. Robert says, can I go with Randy? He has a jacket on. Yeah, you can. Olivia says, where are you going, Randy? I think he's going to go cook. Jane said, R3 is going to cook. Kenneth says, give me a question. I'll answer it. Where are you, Kenneth? Anthony says, Lord, you not going to fall for my gaslighting in Minnesota? Nah. Olivia says, oh, you going to cook? Take us too. It's cold down there. Jane said, Olivia, it's cold. Olivia said, but I want to go. I'm sorry. Hugh says, got me a half-gallon of peanut butter cup. I need a gallon. They don't sell it though. Well, if you get 2 half-gallons, you got a gallon. Olivia says, I'm willing to be cold to watch food cook. Yeah, I know you are. Jane said, man, you, give me some. Anthony said, I gave you a like too. Awesome, thank you. Hugh says, Lowell, Jane. Jane said, I was stopped when I took pig's pops. Robert said, what we have for dinner tonight? He's going to cook steak. Kenneth said, Las Vegas. Rusty said, hi, Randy and Randy. Hello, Rusty. Hugh said, I eat a half a gallon a night. I do a half a gallon, but they don't sell gallons of it. John Deere said, hello, Grand Pitto Vic. Vic. Rusty said, hi, Hugh. Grandma said, Rusty. Hugh said, hi, Rusty. Rusty said, hi, Grandma. Rusty said, hi, Jane. Olivia says, in fact, I'm cold because the eclipse is failing me miserably. Rusty said, hi, John Deere. John Deere says, hi, everybody. Rusty said, hi, Olivia. Robert said, where I said we eat dinner tonight. In the back. Jane said, hi, and wherever it's warm. Jane said, hi, Rusty. Hugh said, American cars have better heaters. Daryl on the Mormac says, this cold has got me hurting. Yes, I can only imagine, Randy. I know that Randy hurts, but I told him we got to find us some type of a small heater to leave in here. I don't like it getting cold, and we don't stay in here long enough in the afternoon to get the fire going to do any good. So, I won't build a fire till probably Thursday. Jane said, me too, Daryl. Hugh said, right, Daryl, it's in the 20s here, going to be in the teens by morning. I want you to know I turned the water on to get the hot water heater going. Before the hot water heater could get the hot water hot, my water done froze. Rusty said, hey, Mac. Trevor said, what's up? Hugh said, been a bit since it did it. Robert said, let me see our work schedule. It's Monday through Thursday. Hugh says, hello, Trevor. Grandma says, hi, Trevor. Hugh says, kerosene heater. That's probably what I'm going to find. But right now, I'm sure everybody's sold out. We got one that was here in the building, but I'd have to take it apart, put a new wick on it and all that. So I believe I'm just going to start new, buy a new one. Hugh said, that jet engine looking type would help to keep it cold. Yes, now we got 2 of them, but one wasn't doing right. Mine, I need kerosene for it. It does good. Trevor said, what's up, guys? Hello, Trevor. Robert said, who picked me up for work tomorrow morning? It'll be me. Olivia says, oh, I broke the eclipse even more. It no longer idles on its own. Hugh says, yeah, that one is scrap. Daryl said, Rusty, Jane, Hugh, Ghostly, Roscoe, and all. Eastern says, got 2 pictures. I don't know what that is. Jane says, can you do an electric wall heater? Yeah, if I found, I want to find, for the office and stuff, I'm going to put one of those split units. But like I said, we just got to recoup from Randy being hurt. Well, I feel like we would be much better off if that hadn't happened, but things happen for a reason. We'll get back on track. Rusty said, it's like 48 here. Robert said, I hope we see Randy tomorrow morning at work. Olivia said, let's see. I'm going the opposite way, so I won't see Randy tomorrow at work. Olivia said, and it's a bit smoky. Yes. Hugh says, electric wall heaters burn way too much power in your wallet. That is true, but at this point, anything would be better than nothing. But there is electric over in the corner. Y'all probably can see it. No, you can't. and there's one at my feet, but they're just small ones. But I don't like the baseboard. Now the office down there's got baseboard heater. That is expensive. I won't use it. Grandma said, "Hi, Mac." Olivia said, "I wonder what happened. I'm curious now." John Deere said, "What's up, Trevor?" Hugh says, "The office with a wall heater might be decent." Olivia says, "Where Lourdes?" I don't know. He's probably working. More Mac said, "Wow." Daryl. Jane says, "But I can leave the building and it will maintain a constant low temperature." Yes, but you can. I'm sorry. Robert said, "I know we have a meeting in the truck." Yep. Olivia said, "Hey, Hugh." Daryl said, "Last I looked, it was 3 here." Whoo, man, that's crazy. 21 people, 47 thumbs up. Man, I do appreciate it, everybody. Jane says, "Supposed to be -7 by AM. Lord have mercy. Y'all please keep that." Olivia says, "I'll go bug him like he bugged me." Hugh says, "The office would be cool, but the shop floor would be all of your paychecks and the baby's future checks." Yeah. Trevor said, "A piston flew out of my truck. That's not good." Robert said, "How many seats in the truck you picked me up?" It's a 4-door, a bench back seat, and it does have fold-up armrests. It can hold 6 people. Hugh says, "Trevor, not supposed to do that." Libby says, "And hey, Daryl." Jane said, "My sister heats a small house with wall heat, with electric wall heat. It's not too bad on wallet." But isn't your sister in California? Robert said, "Who picked up first for work tomorrow in your truck?" There's only you and me, Robert, so I guess I'll pick myself up first. Jane said, "Trevor, there's a rod." Hugh said, "We're a red line when it hit the cop car next to you." Yeah, I know, right? Jane said, "No, her house here, Pops." Oh, okay. Trevor said, "The rod is gone." Robert said, "Who next?" Nobody. It's just me and you, Robert. I got a lot of work planned for you tomorrow. I'm going to put you out at the one end of the railroad, and I'm going to pick you up tomorrow afternoon. You can tighten bolts all day long. Trevor said, "And me." Robert said, "Like what?" James said, "Pops, explain there's a rod to Trevor." Yes, Trevor, if you haven't seen it, we do have a video where there's a rod. Yep. I took my car out to Florida, and we did the burnout competition, and I stuck a rod through the oil pan, both sides, put a window all the way through it, and the rod, the piston's in about 30 different places, and the rod is twisted. It was hanging out the oil pan. Robert says, "I have to wear my work jacket on the job." If you don't have to, but it's awful cold out there. Daryl said, "Second tap." All right, Daryl, thank you. And then he's sending the different, looks like the burnout, the piston, and can't really tell what the last one is. It might be that new picture, Kane. I'm not for sure. Can't really see it. 24 people, 49 thumbs up. That is awesome. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Awesome. Robert said, "Can you show me my job tomorrow morning?" Yes, I'll show you. Trevor says the rod is what took out the piston in my truck. Yeah. Damn, that scared me.
There you go.
There it is.
That's a rod.
That's a rod. That's what mine looks like. And that all this is in different places. Let's see. Daryl said, where's my dog at? He just come in. He was down there with Randy. No. Hey. Go down there and play with Randy. Go. We got too much food and snacks down there. I was watching him in the delay. He probably got something. Divide MAGA DMV said, hello. Trevor said, there he is. Nick Capone said, hey, Pop's wife called and said teachers said her cooking lessons were done. She asked what I wanted. I said a second opinion. She hasn't answered the phone in 10 minutes. Oh, Nickel Pony, I love it. Trevor said, my biggest rival, the rod, yeah. Robert said, tell Randy my work jacket in the office building, all right? Grandma said, hi, Nickel Pony. You said, it's cold. It did exit stage right, and you couldn't hang it on the wall with the pic from Cletus. Hugh said, hello, Nickel. Grandma said, hi, D-I-V-M-A. I know I'm saying that wrong. Olivia said, oh, yeah, that's right. You piston looked like her son after that event. Oh, yeah. DIV Mega says, you like Ritz? I do. 20 Barry says, are you an Astor Pomolo? I don't even know what that is. Nick Capone says, hey, Grandma. Hey, Gran. Olivia said, that's cruel, Nick Capone. Oh, Hugh said, the rod and picked from Cletus. Yes. I know what you're saying. That would be cool. Robert's got trees from Randy. American Eagle says, hi, everyone. Hello. There's the other account. Thank you. Robert's got trees for Randy. Look at there. 26 people in here, 50 thumbs up, and it's not even 7 o'clock. That is awesome. Thank y'all. You said, hello, John Deere, either channel. Other channel, I think is what he said. Trevor said, my John Deere exploded. That's not good. Nickel Pony said, was just joking with her. Olivia, she should know I'm a jokester by now. You would think. James said, hi, Nickel. You said, hit the like button while you're resting, please. Yeah. Robert said, how long we stay at work? 10 hours. Olivia said, speaking of which, Boggy, for me, a new car. I don't know what it is yet, but I do know it came from Japan, so I'm kind of excited. Awesome. American Eagle says, Grand Fido, big and funny. Nickel Pony said, hey, Miss Jane. Grandma said, hi, American Eagle. Div Mega said, I'm from Singapore. Oh, I'll write that down. We'll put you in the world map over there. Singapore. I have to tell Randy to put a pin in for you. Thank you. American Eagle said, it's me, Jacob, guys. Yeah, box fan says, what's up, gang? Wanna bang, bang. That's right. Gang, bang, bang. Robert said, what time we leave for work? Can we get coffee together? I drink my coffee before I go, but we'll get you a cup. Trevor said, hi, Jacob. Grandma said, I know Jacob. You said, hello, Singapore. Nick Capone said, they saying weather going to get iffy up there again this weekend, Pops. Yep, that's what I heard. Libby said, dang, I thought he might have told you what it was. Did he tell you? I want to know what it is. He hasn't told me. I haven't heard from Boggy in a pretty good while. Daryl said, be right back. Robert said, look up the map, find Ohio. I know where Ohio is. We got a bunch of pins up there for Ohio. Trevor said, my fish drowned. He was doing something he wasn't supposed to. America said, hi. That's about like us getting too much air, ain't it? Gator sent a gator. Hello, Gator. How you doing? Derek Garcia says ice. Yeah, we just talked about that. I like barrel ice. Robert said, what I wear, I help. Jane said, hi, Gator. Trevor said, I hate gators. Gator says, I'm well, thank you. Robert said, what jacket I wear, help, Randy. Whatever jacket you want to wear, man. Hugh said, hello, Gator. Jane said, -7 in the morning, Gator. That's not good. I bet it feels a lot colder with all that snow. With that 13 inches of snow. Gator said, oof. It was cold here, too. Trevor said, go away, Gator. Hey, now, Gator, our buddy. Robert said, what jacket I wear to help Randy cook dinner? Whatever jacket you want, because it's cold down there. Gator says 35-ish. Somebody said they were on a jet ski down there. Patrick said, hi. Hello, Patrick. Hugh said, 24 here in the AM. Robert said, you pick. The yellow one. Nope, I think you should wear the pink one. Nickel Pony says, I think it's supposed to get up to the middle 50s here tomorrow. That'd be nice. I'm ready for some 50 weather. Anything but this mess. Patrick says, what you eating? Well, Randy's gone to cook steak right now. I can smell it cooking. Carlos said, hey guys, I gotta come out of the closet. I'm gay as in happy, but I like my women how I like my women hot and black. Okay. I think it's like my women like I like my coffee, but okay. Robert said, can you show me my pink jacket? No, you had it on today when you got out of the truck. John Deere said, nuts, joking. Carlos said, coffee. Olivia says, well, he hasn't talked to me much either. In fact, he ain't going to come home till about 11 p.m. and getting up at 5 a.m. and repeating the same process. I know how that goes. Lassie said, what is your best word of wisdom? Make yourself happy. Nobody else is going to. Don't worry about what you can't control. 80% of the stuff you can't control, 20% of the stuff you can't control right now, so don't worry about it. Robert said, fix your chair? Yes. Here, listen, it's quiet. Patrick says, pink for women. Well, I thought it would go for you. Robert would be good for it. Olivia said, I'm offended. Guess what happens, though? Nothing. Carlos says, hi, beautiful Olivia. 24 people, 52 thumbs up. Man, I appreciate it, y'all. That is very nice. I do appreciate all the thumbs up. DIV Mega says, make yourself happy. Yes. Don't wait on nobody else, because I'm going to tell you something. If you spend a lifetime trying to make somebody else happy, and they'll drop you like a hot rock. times get hard, you won't even know they won't even know you exist. As long as everything's going great, they're happy as can be. Robert said, I'll be ready for work tomorrow morning. All right. Harrison said, can I have them Cocoa Puffs? Yeah. Carpet says, fact. Okay. Patrick says, how can you make yourself happy? Do what you want to do. Dr. Iron said, smash. Ozzy said, Billy Joe, where is Billy Bill? I'm looking to get that combobulator fixed and you are still ducking me. Can you just help me out, brother? I know you have the experience. Man, I thought we done took care of that thing. Daggone it. I tell you what, just bring that thing to the shop. As soon as the snow's gone, we'll fix it. Olivia said, I'm like his most favorite person in the world, and he has neglected to talk to me. In fact, he is sending his lackers to check on me. He probably don't want to hear the griping. Grandma said, hi, Ozzy. Gator said, Lowell. Grandma says, hi, Gator. Uh-oh, Robert said, I missed one. Randy done cooking dinner yet? Not yet. I can smell it, but he's not done quite yet. Gator said, hi, Vix. Ozzy said, but Billy Bill and Billy Joe, what are your criticals for fixing high-powered carburetors on the GMC Twin Turbo Series? We'll get it fixed. I think it's a 15 millimeter or a 14 millimeter. Take it out, pull it out, put the new one in, hook it up, be done. And about 10 minutes, we'd be right. Gator said, where did that Gator hater go? Robert said, we eat dinner. Can we take off our work shirt? As long as you got a shirt on, that's fine. We don't eat. We don't eat naked. You said Lowell. FYT said this. I don't know what you said, but it must have changed it because right as I started reading it changed it, so I didn't know what you put before that. I've got it on translate and it translated it. Carlos said, Pops, my dad said Italians have good long history in the U.S. Some good, some bad. This is true. DIV Mega said, I subscribe. Thank you for reading out every comment. God bless. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I always go back. Everybody subscribes. If it's public, I subscribe back to them. Thank you very much. I take pleasure in reading everybody's comments. I actually look forward to it every day. Olivia says, but I need him. I don't feel good. I'm a sickly bear. You'll be all right till he gets back. FYT says, Fox from Brazil. Awesome. Hugh said, underground hamburger. This is steak. Dang phone, lol. Ozzy said, but Billy Joe and Billy Bill, can you provide me with a credit on your account so I can get this super twin turbo diesel carburetor fixed for the winter session and calculate snow removals? Yes. I said, go on down there and use it. You just tell them down there O'Reilly's that you want that discount. You said, hello, Div. Robert said, call Randy. I'll be right outside to help him with dinner, all right? John Deere says, no, right, Gran? Hugh says, cool deal, Div. Olivia says, no, I'll die because I'm starving. You're not going to die. It'll take you a lot longer than that. Patrick said, where's the beef? It's on the grill. Div says, hello, Grand Pitto Vic. 26 people, 53 thumbs up. Robert says, call Randy, please. 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 He ain't answer. Grandma said, nice to meet you, Divma. Grandma said, God bless you as well. Please?
What?
Somebody told me to call you, please.
Oh, yeah, I heard Robert wanted you to call me
Uh,
to dinner. These steaks are going to be a lot tougher than the...
I hope they ain't tougher than them last ones.
No, I mean, they didn't have that great of marbling.
Oh, well, read for just a second.
The steaks are still uncooked.
I know.
Okay, go with him. Go
No.
get him, Kane. Okay, whatever. I don't even know where the hell he was. Okay. Let's see here. Grandma said, God bless you as well. Patrick said, outside cooking. Yeah, it's down there in the other 3 bays cooking. It's colder than mess up there. Robert said, call Randy, please. I'm here now, Robert. Lay down, bud. Ozzy said, Billy Joe, where's Billy Bill? Well, Billy Bill's here. Grandma said, I'm a sub to you. DIV said, hello, Grandma. Hugh said, wow, that star fruit orange pineapple yogurt drink looks awesome. That sounds like a mouthful. Hugh said, did you burn the steaks? No, Hugh. The problem is the marbling. There's not a lot of fat in the meat tissue, so it just gets a little tough to chew, but it was almost frozen whenever I started. So, I mean, they're probably going to be a little bit drier than I would like, but it'll be okay.
Okay.
DIV said, hello, doggy. His name is Kane, like, Raising Cane.
Carlos said sugar cane.
Yeah. Robert said, I'll be ready for work, Randy. Well, you're riding with him. I don't come by the shop to go to work. Don't you touch them. Hugh said, if they ain't juicy, they burn. Well, it doesn't matter if I barely sear them. I'm going to stop. They're going to be juicy. Adam Rashal says that they love Trump. Lady said, no, nap. I'm hungry now.
You say, y'all see that? He can't stand for me to mess with him.
Stop it, you little shit. Hugh said, yeah, but it looks good. And it's cold, so it makes it hard to grill them. Yes, it does. Well, if you don't stop. Yeah! Get him, Kate! Eat his ass! I like this dog. Boat said, where's the normal guy green shirt? He was on here the other night and he pulled his pants down. You pulled your pants down on live.
Now, the only person pulled her pants down was Justin.
Well, Boat said you did.
Boat's lying.
Liar.
Boat
Olivia said,
Boat
attaboy,
fell off
Kane.
that train. All right, go, because it's smoking down there. Take this dog biting thing, shit biting thing with you.
Well, yeah, he biting shit. Biting your dumb ass. And he go! It's cold.
Was you caught up?
No.
I'll just start with Hugh. Yes, but it looks good. Hugh said, and it's cold, so it makes us hard to grill them. Boat said, that's where he was. Livy says, attaboy, Kane. Yes, sometimes I wonder if he would bite me if I mess with Randy too much. That woman said he was very territorial, I forget the word she used, but he's picked Randy. Let's see. Hugh said your grill is open, mine is closed, but with it being so cold, it doesn't convincing cook. Ozzy says, can you ask Billy Bill if he can fix my quantum bobulator for 15% off? Yeah, at least 15% off. John Deere said cold fingers. Mike said, night everyone, I gotta steal a work shirt for tomorrow. All right, Mike, see ya. DIV said, haha. Boat said, there he is. Daryl said, if you know how to cook, it will be done, no pink and juicy and fall apart with a fork. Hugh says, you like the dog and Kane. Yeah. Gator said, Ozzy, you trolling? James said, hey, bye, Mike. Robert said, what we do at work, inspect the track. You gonna tighten bolts. Olivia said, oh my God, it's Boat. Carlo said, what's up, Daryl? Olivia said, hey, Boat. Hugh says, no pink. James says, Mike. You working tomorrow? Daryl says, I won't eat any meat that if there's pink. Me on a moment says, I'm new to the channel. Awesome. Welcome. Jane said, Kane is protective. Yes. Craig says, so when does the first rubber video come out? I don't know. My Hughes says, pink and juicy is the only way for a steak to be tender and not unground hamburger. Jane said, hi, me, Mo. All eyes on me says, hello, brother, retired in Thailand. Awesome. Mike said, yes, Jane, I guess I need to find out where we're picking me up. I'll be there. You'll be the second one I pick up. Hugh said, hello, Ham Long. Jane says, welcome, Thailand. Olivia says, mods, can we keep boat, please? It's funny when we pit Boggy and Boat together. Craig says, hi, everyone. Grandma says, hi, all eyes.
We'll take a pick.
I don't care, whichever one. Doesn't bother me. I got to read. You, whichever one I don't care.
I don't have forks. I got to get it.
And we had a ketchup too. Daggone it.
You got to eat steak with ketchup. It's burnt.
No, I like ketchup. I don't care what nobody says. Let's see. Hugh said, hello, Thailand. Wayne one of 1056. I'd love to be your chair, brother. All right. Jane says, Lord, be nice, Mike. My friend says, hello. Found out you drive trains. Very impressive. He does. I just work on the tracks. I inspect them. Freddie says, can I get a motivation speech? If I wasn't behind, I'll tell you. Grandma said, just hold on, I will. Grandma said, hi, Craig. John Deere said, right. Robert said, we leave for work early morning, pick me up. Daryl says, big. Craig, DIB says, what's your favorite song? I really don't have one. Jane said, Pops, give Freddie the 1440 speech. There's 1440 minutes in every day. The goal is to be happy and be safe. That's what it is. Make yourself happy. If you're not on your projects, get out there and get on them. Enjoy life and smile. Be positive. Olivia said, Boat, where you go? Jane said, hi, Craig, baby. Me on, mom. Which year are you born and never done projects? 1969. Gator said, ketchup on steak? Yes, that's the only way to eat steak. Olivia says, your arch names is coming. Okay. Hugh said, oh, ketchup. Craig says, hey, hi, Jink, baby.
I'll let you have the new fork. We only have one fork left. We're out of plates and forks.
They up there in the top. They're white ones. This is all the clear we got.
Whatever. I already got this one. Give me that damn knife. You ain't gonna eat yours.
Well, I'm reading. God, somebody's got to work.
I worked all damn day. Waiting on you damn maintenance.
Craig says, hi, Jane, baby. Hugh says a burger is cheaper. Olivia says, oh, Boat. Robert says, we eat dinner steak, right? Yes. Olivia says, where are about Boat? Jane said, no, you can't eat ketchup on steak, Pops. That's tomatoes. It might be, but I ate ketchup on my steak. Nickel Pony says, hey, Mr. Unbreakable.
What's up, Nickel Pony? I heard your wife won't talk to you.
Oh, man, that was funny.
I want
Craig
a second
says,
opinion.
Craig says, no, ketchup on steak. Yes, ketchup on steak.
No.
Remember, some people don't like pink on their steak. Some people like pink on their steak. Some people like it raw. I like ketchup on mine. Hugh said a smidge of salt and maybe a pinch of garlic powder is nice seasoning. Gator said
garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper.
Gator said SAG lid LIDGE. Jane said, Mike, you know Robert is feeding that algorithm hamster really well.
Yeah.
Olivia's crying. Daryl said 56 like. Yes, ain't that cool? Hugh said, right, Gator.
If we get 57 likes, he will eat his steak with no ketchup.
I'm probably going to have to anyway. There ain't much in there. Hugh says, I just like pink. How about the stink? Pink and the stink. Robert said, did Randy cook steak for Robert? Yes. Hugh says, roll on the floor, laugh my ass off. James said, I missed it. Nickel, what happened with wife? My grandson stopped. Oh, did you not hear that?
His grandson stopped.
Jane, Nickel Pony's wife,
was having cooking lessons from a prison chef.
wait a minute. She's making hamburger steaks, mashed potatoes. Oh, anyway, he told her that her cooking lessons was done. So she asked Nickel Pony what he wanted, and he said a second opinion. Let's see. Hugh said, I seen 30 likes fall off with the ketchup. It wouldn't surprise me. Nickel Pony says she's making hamburger steaks, mashed taters and gravy, fried okra and rolls. Got faith in her. All right. James said, Lord, Hugh, they're making us awake. They're taking us away. Boggy said, hey, Olivia, the 1760s calling and said they want their English back. And from YouTube, shut up, IP, for the love of God. Boggy says, take a nap or something. Carlos says, Heinz tomato ketchup. I got the cheap
Walmart brand, great value.
Food Line.
Oh.
I do like Heinz ketchup though. Hughes laughing. Craig said, let's play with Randy and everyone take their like away. Don't do that. People, that really hurts my feelings.
Show me on this doll. Where
Robert said, how my chair doing in your office? Oh, I put yours right outside. You're low on the totem pole. The seniority sits out there for at least 6 months. Gator said ketchup on steak is a chemical that makes you feminine.
Well, hello there, Bubby B.
Jane said, nice, Nickel. I'd say you're hungry. Fix it yourself.
Yeah.
Craig said, like. Nickel Pony said, if it goes south, who wants my John Wayne? Box fan said, what's up, gang, gang, wing, wang, bang. Hugh said, I paid $40 for a steak for my daughter, and she put ketchup on it after I cooked it so well, and I almost slapped her with it. I could have bought a round steak. See, I don't understand why people don't understand people like certain things. If we all like the same thing, hell, we'd all be the same and be boring.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Hugh, the 4 steaks I just cooked was less than $40.
But my tongue's got different taste buds than your tongue's got. I got different likes. And don't holler at me. It hurts my feelings. Boggy said, that's all I had. Have fun, old man. Thank you, Boggy. John Jones says, I'm making an Alabama Hot Pocket for dinner.
I
Awesome.
want to know what an Alabama Hot Pocket is.
I don't even want to ask. I'm not going to.
I like
Oh,
this comment.
said peanut butter, apple slices, also tomato and mayo sandwich with black pepper.
You had me all the way until black pepper.
Grandma says, Lord Craig, mostly Mopar. Said Daddy been any count this past week? Your daddy.
I heard him on the radio.
All you got to do is have your daddy around. He's full of knowledge. I love to pick his brain.
The most important part of the railroad job is you got to get Tim back to his van.
He got to go to Randolph County. DIV said, does beef taste like lamb? No. James said, Nickel Pony, I'm praying for you. You says, I just playing Randy. At least it's not Heinz 57. Hugh said, "Lord, Grandma said, Craig." Robert said, "Tell Randy I like my Christmas card." All right. John Deere is laughing. Nickel Pony says, "Thank you, Miss Jane. The thing with hamburger steak is well done. Is fine." John Deere said, "How about SpongeBob steak yellow?" Joking. Jane said, "I had leftover lasagna. It is still yummy." Hugh says, "If I see Heinz 57 on steak, I'm unsubscribing."
Oh shit! We better not show him. We got some in the fridge. Hugh, you're one of our longest subscribers.
Parker said, "Hey, big guys." Hello, Parker. Hugh said, "Just play it." John Deere said, laughing. Hugh says, "Hello, Parker." Gator says, "How about mayo on fries?" No, that's nasty for me. Craig says, "I just ate homemade stew. It was delicious." Jane said, "Hi, Parker." Grandma said, "Hi, Parker." John Deere's laughing. Parker said, "Hey, Jane." Hey, Vic. Daryl said, "Ketchup and mayo on fries." Yes, sir. Olivia said, "Jerk." John Deere said, "Yuck, yuck." Middle Art. Gator said, "Lol." Yeah, Mac. Hugh said, "Mayo and ketchup and mustard on a homemade burger is awesome." I'll give you that one. Robert said, "Ask Randy what jacket you wear in the Christmas card."
Our fireproof race suit.
Yeah, both of us had our fireproof race suit on. Mosley said, "I've been eating
canned soup and
MREs and canned soup all the past week, and my gut is still paying for it.
You
I
ain't
put
gonna
a
shit for a
kill
month,
for a
dude.
steak with ketchup a few days ago." John Deere is laughing. Hugh said, "Hello, mostly." Carlos says, "Just don't eat the mayo from Burger King." Wank, wank, if you know what I mean. Parker says, "May I have a mod?" Not right now. We're not doing mods for a while. Craig says, "I have tried Hellman's on fries. Not bad, but very fattening."
So is mine.
Olivia says, "I like mayonnaise on fries and tater tots."
Nope.
No.
Best part is, everybody has an opinion. It's
That's
not my
right.
fault your opinion's wrong.
Great. We ain't doing that. Hugh said, I thought I was going to say Grey Poupon. It did. Grey Poupon is okay on fries. Sorry, I couldn't understand that dude. Craig says, "Anyone like vinegar on bologna?" Hell no.
You lost me as soon as you
Said vinegar. Jane said, "Mopar, why you eat MREs and canned soup?" Robert said, "What time I wear my work shirt on?"
You better be ready to go at 7 a.m.
Parker said, "I see you got honey buns." Yes. And I meant to get Randy to cut one in half and grill it for this, but I forgot to. We was in the lives. I will try that this weekend. Hugh says, "On bologna, I like fries and ketchup and cheese on a beef fried up bologna sandwich." Patrick says, "I don't eat into 12 a.m.
What?
I can't tell if he's chewing on his bone or if that's gravel crackling. Royal says, "That's a nice drawing on the wall of a blue car. Is it your?" No, that is actually
Grease Spot
Garage and Metal Art Custom painted it. Daryl says, "Funny fact, I was in the service eating MREs, and my wife said was in the factory in Cincinnati making MREs long before we got married." Wow. Cool. Small world. Hugh said, "Fried bologna, grilled cheese, Sammy's is awesome." I agree with you. Video Gamer did something stupid. Daggone it. Parker said, That's what lighters are for." Robert said, "Okay, I'll be ready, Randy."
Okay.
Grandma said, "Hi, Royal." John Deere says, "Made Oreo."
Oreo? Ugh.
Olivia says, hey, I haven't said anything bad about your ketchup and pork chops. I didn't say you had. Patrick said 63 Chevy. I believe it's
Chevy Biscayne.
Biscayne.
Hey, Daryl Metal Art Customs is the one who painted it.
Yeah, right. He's in here. Hugh says, cool deal, Daryl. She was freeing y'all long. She was feeding you long before you met. Parker says, y'all need a Po Fox. Royal said, that's nice. Craig says, I don't like ketchup, but I love ketchup chips. See, I like ketchup, but I don't like tomatoes.
And then Craig said, don't know if you guys get that in the States.
I think I've seen it, but I'm not for sure. I don't think I would. Even though I like ketchup on my fries, I don't know that I'd try it on my chips. Mostly Mopar says, I was freezing my tail off at McCall Army
Base.
Air Base. Jane, somebody's got to shoot blanks at bad guys. Hugh said, LOL, IHOKLOL. Jane said, ketchup chips? What's that? Chips with ketchup on them. Grandma said, hi, mostly Mopar. Hugh said, we've seen them on TV. Parker said, man, the best food is bacon, egg, cheese is the best.
Does anybody remember the purple ketchup from the 90s?
Craig said, Jane, ketchup flavored potato chips. Grandma said, Royal, I sub to you. Robert said, tell Randy he has a nice jacket.
Thank you.
Jane said, I've never heard of that, Craig, baby. Daryl says,
what
about me? Me. I missed it.
Patrick was asking about, or somebody was asking about the Pandora on the wall.
And we told him you painted it. Patrick says, I'm on my way home now. Patrick said, yes, I do. Hugh said, purple ketchup? Was LSD involved?
No, it was a kid thing.
Jane said purple ketchup?
It was legitimately purple ketchup from the late 90s and early 2000s for kids. It tasted like crap.
Grandma said, be safe, go home, Patrick. Parker said, have y'all watched Mountain Monsters? No. Damn, I got steak on me.
Yeah, you know that.
No, it must have fell off the knife.
Cannot.
Robert said, ask Randy how many jackets he has. About 278.
I know a lot.
Craig says, I remember the purple ketchup.
See, I'm not alone.
Daryl says, cool. Grandma said, going. Hugh said, okay, the kid color theme.
Yeah.
Jane says, I don't remember purple ketchup.
It was probably in like your 70s.
Grandma said, sorry, I meant going home. Parker said, just kidding, Pops. You got something on your chins.
3 chins.
On your 3 chins, buddy. Jackass.
20 people watching, 61 thumbs up. Robert said, tell Randy, can he show Robert his work jacket? I don't bring my work jacket home. Listen, there's one thing you'll learn about me. You don't bring work home. But mine looks just like that. Patrick said it's going to be cold.
Going?
It is cold, dude. Parker's laughing. Jackass. Kevin said, can I sniff those chairs after the live stream? Sure, but you might not like what you smell.
Daughter.
I fart a lot. Parker said, bye, guys. Jesus love y'all. Peace. See you, Parker.
See you, Parker.
Thanks for coming in. Jesus loves you, too. You know, no, I'm not going to tell you. Jay said, Kevin, really? If you won't, they'll fart in your face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all might not know it, but I did sell a bag of farts on this channel one time.
But they never sent the address.
They did not. They sent the money, but they never sent the address.
I mean, I'll fart in your face for $20. My OnlyFans gets it for more than that. Jane said, bye, Parker. Like Peter Parker. Spider-Man. Does whatever a Spider-Man does. I was reading some really funny jokes last night, and Madison was not amused by them.
I can imagine.
I'm like, why are they not funny? She goes, you are so annoying. Hugh said, with ketchup in a steak, they can fart in your face. Jay said, wasn't it $10 for the farts in a bag?
Yes.
Yeah. Hugh's laughing. Sean Paul said, you guys get any snow here where you live? About an inch, inch and a half, but mostly ice. Craig said, you should have started selling bark from the tree, Randy. Well, I wanted to cut it up and split it, but somebody took my thunder. Hugh said, I'm sorry, guys. Couldn't resist. Enjoy, guys. Oh, it's okay.
No, you don't bother us, Hugh.
It's just like I told Olivia. We all have opinions. I can't help that y'all's is wrong, but I'm kidding. Parker said, I'm back. Do y'all have a P.O. box? Nope. We just talked about it, yesterday about getting one?
Mm-hmm.
But we do not have a P.O. box. Speaking of that, somebody was supposedly send us something.
Yeah, people tell you stuff they don't know.
Oh, Parker retracted their message. Hugh said, you could have sold souvenirs from that tree. I thought about something like that. It would be great if we had a website and then could have done something like that, like, hey, help support the hospital bills. Buy a piece of the tree that hit Randy for $1.99.
Thomas said hi twice. James said, did you cut the tree up to burn it?
Yep, he already burned it. Mostly Mopar said, had a captain tell me this week all his life he heard 2 inches wasn't enough, all of a sudden it's going to mess up the whole state. Exactly! We winning, King! Olivia said, stop assuming that my opinion stinks. It masks an ass out of you and me. Mean. Hugh said, Randy, did you see that cut piece to hang up for Scoops to see and remember? Nope. Parker said, sell truck Legos, maybe. We want to make a website. I've not made a website in 15 plus years. But we would love to make a website where we could have like what is the Randy's doing today and set up a live to go on it and YouTube and all. And I mean, have it where somebody can go on there and email us directly or send in an inquiry about tires or something. I mean, it would be nice.
I've asked, but he won't do what I asked.
Oh,
you got to realize
he didn't say Legos. He said truck logos.
Oh,
but I would love to do that. Hugh said that piece you threw to hang up. I bet you my notch piece.
This.
Oh yeah, we will definitely hang that up. Like you said, if we can get a poster made of that us at the car that we put on the Christmas cards, I think that would be awesome to hang that up with it. Jay
I think it'd be better showing the car that was
yeah.
when it blowed up.
Jay said, Hugh, I don't think they saved any of it. Well, I bet you the piece that I notched is still sitting right there beside the tree.
The part that hit Randy is, I'm sure, still out there.
Yeah.
I only cut the base up.
Hugh said it was a bad moment. Yeah. I don't remember much about it. I just remember the fireman getting there saying, my name's such and such and you're going to hate me. And then he immediately told me I needed air care. An old guy with an umbrella held it to hold the sun out of my face. Did y'all know I had my legs propped up on the tree and that was the only way it helped take a lot of relief off of me? And then they asked Daddy to cut the tree and move it. And he did. He cut the tree and yanked that tree out of the way. My legs went flop right on the ground. That hurt like hell. Hugh said that piece Randy cut and threw as a reminder for his dumb ass to slow down. I don't know. I don't remember that. Jay said, what did you throw? A temper tantrum. Olivia said, and mean doesn't like being mad and ass. Okay, Kingling. Dino ND 4697 said, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Talking about a tree who hit me. Mostly Mopar said, did Dad tell you about the time he got hit by a tree and he was moving when it happened? Yes, he did. Because oddly enough, the week I come back to work, I worked 2 days out of 6, and I worked with your dad both days. He was telling me about it, telling me about his recovery, and said that his recovery didn't go as quick as mine. I think he said his recovery was 6 months. So his was about 2 months, well, 2.5 months longer than mine. He said, I wasn't as young as you were, boy. Tim, were you ever as young as me? You said it shows you, except for lightning, we crack faster than a tree will. Yes, we will. Olivia said, your mom, because she's smoking hot dund. Okay. You said, we are talking about the minutes Scoots almost passed. It tore our hearts out. I feel like mine stopped, but that's beside the point. Don said, tell your friend to share his food.
Come on.
Look, I got probably about half of mine left. Let's see. Jane said, Olivia, what? And then Olivia said, oh no. And Jane said, lol. Hugh said, okay, Burnhouse, let's go! I want to do burnout.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Olivia said, tell your mom to share that ass, bro.
Who's she talking to?
The hell if I know. You said, go! Belcher Light Official said, recent scientific studies have shown that happiness in marriages can be drastically improved by letting children in the household smoke cigarettes and occasionally cheating on each other.
Oh, they've done that shit before.
Surprise. I bet you their mom took Tylenol when they were pregnant with them. Don said y'all should have a hot dog eating contest. Passed.
No, thank you.
Hugh said Vivo burnout. No. Mostly Mopar said he was on that 250R scooting through the woods, 1,000,000 to 1 shot. Luckily it was 25 yards ahead of on a Suzuki 50. I was maybe 10. Damn.
Your daddy done a lot of stuff on that damn 250.
Hugh said LOL and then wow mostly. Olivia said, okay, I'll stop before my jokes get way too far. Then Hugh said, I believe most of us were a step from death as kids. There's been many a times I probably should have died, but that restraining order is just too much. They won't let me.
We don't hold a candle to mostly Mopar's daddy. I can tell you that.
That boy.
That man invented the word wild.
You know, the crazy part is I've only known him as an old man who can't hardly get up and down.
That man can move.
Olivia said, Valvo burnout then. What's a Valvo? Jane said, I don't understand what you're trying to say, Olivia. I think she's drunk. And then Carlo said, Vivo and Daddy sleeping. Vivo is in hibernation right now. Hugh said, that's why they made the internet to keep us inside and off the fun gas-powered fun zone.
Yeah.
Olivia said, inappropriate jokes because he was a troll.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who you were talking about. Now, who's he?
I don't know. Jane said, Hugh, I grew up with no seatbelts. Jane, when you were like what most people would consider a midlife crisis, they still had wagons.
I didn't say it, Jane.
You know, I should be nice. She might be one of them witches that damn cursed me or something.
Daryl said 50 minutes tonight.
Oh.
Olivia said Bobo. And Don said, is that Phil Manus?
Feel my anus.
Olivia said, I'm not drunk. Just drunk. Carla said, wait a minute. She tells me not to put words in her mouth. I'm not drunk. Carlos says,
Watch. Oh, no, Jane. Carlo said, feel my anus. Because that's what he was wanting you to say.
yeah.
Jane said, watch it. I can't. I don't have subtitles. And if I did, they'd be backwards for me. Olivia said, Dawn, 4697. Oh, okay. You said, me too, Jane. I remember hanging out in the back of a Chevy station wagon, third row, folding seat, and somehow Mom's arm reached back there when she pulled over because she had enough. Yeah, I have heard that vehicle is about 2 football fields long. Somehow, some way, your mama's arm was always long enough to reach back there and bust your ass.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a little story right quick. Let me tell you. We were going to Florida on Highway 1, and I put a spoon on my chest because me and my sister was arguing, and I told her, you get my spoon, I'm gonna smack you. She grabbed my spoon, I smacked her. By the time I did, Daddy hit the brakes on that 1977 Chevy van, hit the side of the road. Next thing I know, both of them back doors open. He reached in, grabbed both of us by the shirt, snatched us both out, and beat our ass right there on Highway 1. And I still lost my spoon.
You said, what seatbelts? Car seats? Never heard of them.
Yeah, I don't think I ever seen a car seat that I had a youngin'.
Olivia said, I've just had a good bit of medication and I feel baked.
That's called drunk.
That's called high.
Baby.
Bill Duty said, what are you working on? Eating a steak?
Kane, no. Kane don't like it because he can't come in here and eat our food.
Yep. Hugh said, we all lied up to the back tailgate with windows down, waving at the police officer behind us, and we never got pulled over. The cop waved back and passed us.
Yeah.
Simpler times.
While smoking a cigarette.
Probably.
A pow mow.
Craig said, I remember an incident in the back of a station wagon that happened to me. And is that how your first kid was born? Jay said, Hugh, you're only 4 years older than my oldest. The jokes write themselves. Carlo said, welcome to the club, Olivia. Hercules Balls. RT said, sheet. Olivia said, can you feel your mom's? No. Shrek Stroke 1970 said, my Ford truck just fired up. Might want to make sure you record it, because this is a Ford. Olivia said, I've been here, Carlo.
28 people, 65 thumbs up.
Hugh said, us was a Highway 27 in Florida, ran from Florida or Fort Lauderdale to Orlando. Cool. Jane said, I remember saying to my kids, don't make me stop this car. I feel like I've heard that a time or 6. Shrek said, what's the worst car you have, Jane? Craig said, that's funny, Jane. My wife told my son and his friend to be quiet in the back of the car or she was going to feed them to the bears. Hugh said, 2-lane with sugarcane fields on both sides of the road and a red light every 40 miles or so. Huh. Craig said, they laughed and said, there's no bears here. Olivia said, I'm not going to lie. I read Sheik's comment as his fuck truck, and I had to do a double take. Craig said, the next hill she went over, there was a great big black bear sitting on the road.
Oh, Lord.
Called her bluff on that one. Mostly Mopars had started getting in Dad's ear at work to know how he needs to build a new shop. He's got the money and the weather isn't killing me not to be able to do nothing. I don't work with your daddy anymore. Tell your daddy to tell Todd to piss off.
I'll tell you right now, if you get your daddy to spend a dime, you've done something.
Look, I heard your daddy pushed a man over one time because there was a damn nickel laying on the locomotive cab floor. And your daddy pushed a man down a flight of stairs to get to it. We would have gave him the nickel. Craig said they were quiet for the rest of the live. I bet they were. Darren Conley said, what's up, friend? How's the weather in the Carolinas? It's -2 degrees in West Virginia. It's probably what? In the 20s now? Mid-20s?
Something like that.
Mid to upper 20s? -2 in West Virginia. Look, you keep that weather, please. Hugh said, right, Jane, if you make me pull this car over, we shut up for a minute. And after about 3 miles, you went right back, didn't you? Because that's what I did. Shrek said, Wisconsin is close to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay.
I have no idea.
Bill Duty said, where you guys at?
Denton,
In
North Carolina.
HQ. Hugh said, hello, Darren. Hello, Shrek.
Lol.
Olivia said, Boggy used to tell us if we don't settle down, he would throw us to the hobos. Otto Dex 2000 said, let me guess, you support the Orange Man. Who the hell's the Orange Man? If it's Pringles, I like Pringles. Poppy
Poppy!
said, how's your night, boss man?
Doing good. Hope yours is.
Mine's good too, Poppy. B YouTubes said, sup, boss man, if you care if I borrow the arc welder, need to fix up my trailer hitch for the dump trailer.
Help yourself.
Jenny said, hi, Poppy. Shrek said, Diesel, fart kiss. Darren said, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hugh said, hey, man, Mom sent us to the corner store with a nickel. We got a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, a stick of butter, and a dozen eggs, and got 2 pennies back. Probably. Jane said, hi, Darren. Hugh said, hello, Poppy. New Zealand said, good evening, Pops and Randy. Good evening,
Hello.
buddy. Craig said, you're lying, Hugh. That was on Sesame Street.
26 people, 65 thumbs up.
Jane said, hi, New Zealand. Hugh said, and Mom sent us to the store with a note for a pack of cigarettes, and we went home with them. I believe that one.
Hugh said roll on the ground, laughing his ass off, hand long. New Zealand said, I hope Randy is staying out of trouble. Craig said, a loaf of bread, stick of butter, and a gallon of milk. Olivia said, wait, I thought Randy was boss man and Pop's secretly boss man.
I'm just the owner.
New Zealand said, hello, Jane. Olivia says, and the dramatic got more confusing.
Dynamic.
Oh, dynamic, sorry. 1978 was mad cheaper, said Hugh. David said, the same old shit every time I get to scrolling. Well, the good thing about it is you get to stop in and be a part of it. Thank you.
But hey, make sure you touch the like button.
Yeah. James said, my dad gave me memory, then money, and told me to go get a case of beer and a carton of cigarettes. Took my wagon about 10 blocks. I was like 10 or 11.
Huh.
Popeye said, stuck at home again. They didn't clear my road. I'm stuck. Thank God work is shut down until the garage goes away.
Mm.
Shrek says, can you say butter my finger? Nope.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Gang. My butthole itches way too much right now, like way too much. Mint farts, gasoline hacking is the funniest YouTube short. I have
Olivia
no
said,
idea
yeah, BS 1978.
Woman, you were born in the 2000s!
Yeah, you missed it all right.
New Zealand said, I don't think Randy ever stays out of trouble. Oh, no. No. Every chance I get, I stir some shit up.
I ain't lying.
Nope. I am an honest man. I poke fun. I rage bait. I stir the pot. What is it that Wesley said you were? An instigator. I think they're realizing that was supposed to be for me. Olivia said, I wasn't even thought of then. Bold of you to assume you're thought of now. I'm kidding. We think about you.
Greg said maybe I need to come down there and show you guys how to drive in the snow. Come on.
The snow wouldn't bother me. You're welcome to come down here, but that ice is a beach.
Slated Hot Cheeto says, why every white dude I know with that voice are always named Sean, Derek, or Scott? Don't know.
Well, Lord
Said,
knows my
Lord?
name ain't Sean, Derek, or Scott.
Leo said hi. Off topic said hell yes. I subscribe. Yes.
Well, thank you.
Jane said Lowell 1978. Hugh said Lowell Jane. We had a dirt trail we took between the house and my brothers, and we were stow up a block and a half and come home. People didn't care you walking through their backyard because they. Off topic said troll. You
Problem
said
is, people now get too offended if you walk through their yard.
they knew you're respectful. That's right. Olivia said I can't even look at you with a straight face, Randy. Pig Chunk said y'all some fine looking fellas. Well, thank you.
Thank you very
Big Chuck.
much.
Shrek says, hey Lexus, play just a good old boys. Slate says, don't forget you pissed on my nephew's dog when you were drunk off of Tito's.
You want me to do it sober? I'll do it
New
again.
Zealand said, Randy, Rage Bait needs to sit for a certain time on this live. I do not like it. He does get on my
I
nerves
already did it once.
doing that
Did it once.
shit. Now, I'll end the live if he keeps that shit up. David said,
No, go bag. I had to give the people what they asked for. I got 2 more bites of my steak. I'm gonna get another Mountain Dew. I'm marking up. I don't know where you were. See, look, I rage bait him, and then he gets off camera. Go ahead. You're running out of time. You're getting behind. Go ahead. I'm done messing.
I'm gonna fix you. You're gonna get it. Now, y'all remember tomorrow, if he is here, y'all will see what's gonna happen.
No!
All right.
Help!
I
Help!
don't even know where the hell I was at now.
David said stop fucking up the show.
See, David said, we see why the mature one reading the comments. Olivia said, you're right. I'm being ignored and neglected right now. Olivia said, by a pond weed. Big Chunk says, did I miss the hog reveal? Off Topic said, hey, trying to internet thinking, think you text Trust Street to... Did you just ball up some words and throw them out there? Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Popeye said snow-covered ice shows. Come show me how to get off the backwoods. I tried. Hornby said my girlfriend is next to me in bed, but she said hi. Tell her I said hello.
Hello.
Off Topic said, oops, typo.
Your cat must have ran across your
Jane said, hi, Hornby. Bud says, look at him with the gay one then. Well, I'm looking at you while you're looking at me. Cole said, what? So what's this bald guy talking about? Whatever you're typing. Hanlong said, a lot of people run studded tires in the winter up there. Myself, I don't, but I don't think they do that anymore.
illegal here.
Popeye said, oh yeah, Randy, my bad. I meant to say hi. Olivia said, hey, Google.
You got him!
I stopped reading because I knew it was.
Hugh said
it come
hello,
up.
Warren. Mota said he forwarded. Not yet. New Zealand said, ha 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 ha, do it.
Well, I didn't think it would do it that way, but it did. And I couldn't finish talking because it was going to, it got you saying you got a. Let's see, where am I at?
New Zealand told me to do it. Olivia said, okay, I'm going to bed. I'm eepy. I think that's supposed to be sleepy.
Hell, I lost wherever you're
Good
at.
night. Mota said, didn't he? I did not fart yet. We're right below where the messages are deleted. You said studded tires are illegal here in case the ice doesn't stay long enough and the fun sparks they don't like. Yeah, no kidding. David said, don't F up the show.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm lost. So
Bobby
New
said, good
Zealand-
riddance.
New Zealand said, "Don't break a hip tomorrow, pops."
Oh, you missed Hugh saying, rolling on the floor laughing my F&A off. Scoots is getting it. Yeah.
You said, hi, "Hello, Boggy."
Boggy said, you know, that mess is finally gone. New Zealand, I'm more worried about breaking a hip than him anymore.
Hugh said, "Hello, Boggy." Hugh says, "Did you?" Pondwoggy said, "Yo, Hugh." Hugh said,
It was congealed. Was it congealed?
Hugh said, Lowell. David said, you guys would be fun to get drunk with.
We're like this sober.
Jane said, hi, Buggy. Buggy says, by God, the eclipse is done. It's just done. Hornby said, your son, I go to get it for annoying you.
Yeah, I'm going to get it.
Well, I promise you, when I do what I've got planned to do to him tomorrow,
Yeah.
I promise you, his ass probably won't even come to the shop.
Just remember, I'll be here before him.
That's right, but we'll be on live tomorrow at the same time.
I don't know. I might have to go home tomorrow at 6.
Let's see. Boggy says, hey, Jane. You says, Boggy, it needs a LS4.
Is it
You
the
said,
LS4?
Lowell. Jane said, 69 likes. I'm showing 72 now. Awesome.
Isn't the LS4 like sideways and front wheel drive?
I have no idea. Boggy says, no, I doubt an LS4 is even going to fit. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. You said 70 likes. It won't, but you can make it fit. That's right. You said, Lowell. Boggy said, oh, guys, I did something irresponsible a few weeks ago.
Oh, hell.
Craig says, Hugh, first you got to make him run. Boggy says, I bought the rat a new toy. There she was saying something about it. Said it come from Japan or something like that. New Zealand said, age is just a number till you play the gold old boys.
Good old boys.
Good old boy. It says
Just
gold.
a good old boy.
Hugh says a rebuilt Forge 2.0 and a container ship C's turbo will make her right.
Size.
So I said C, sorry. Hornby said you should stop annoying your dad. He needs to concentrate. He thinks the shit's funny for y'all to see me get aggravated. I just said he knows I enjoy this live and he likes to muck it up. He's just like somebody else I know.
You know,
If he sees
we
me
went up
smiling,
10
he's got to
likes, I'll be
stop.
messing with you.
If he sees me smiling, he's got to stop.
You know, I would throw something at you, but you're just going to say the same thing on replay.
Let's see. Hugh said, yes, the LS4 is the front wheel drive Impala SS Monte Carlo. Monte SS. Hugh said, right. Hanlong said, Lowell. David said, he reminds me of Chum off Pawn Stars.
I like to think I'm just a little
Craig
bit smarter.
says, Hugh, you know I just poking the bear, right? Boggy said,
I'm getting about tired of that damn camera going off.
I was on Boggy. Boggy said, just trying to get the damn restoration translated and registered here. Hugh says, I got my new harness and pulled my back and then got sick from the grandbabies. It's just sitting here. Grr. New Zealand said, maybe Pops need to sell all his cars just to buy some Fords. No. David said, it is, he likes it. Adam said, I think he means hey, but hello, Adam.
He said, hey, it just translated on
Oh, okay. Hugh said, cool, Buggy, getting her right to is the first step. Buggy said, yeah, it's the used Nissan Skyline R33, needs a proper tuning, though, and a cam swap. Hanlong said, hey, Adam, Navy Marine said, the only trans is under the hood of my truck. Hugh says, I know. Hanlong. Daryl says, Adam. Adam says, Daryl. Hornby said, who would attack your human first, bear or raccoon? Probably a raccoon. Bill Bully Duty says, where you guys not at the house drinking? Why are you guys not at the house drinking beer? Because we don't drink beer. Adam said, Craig. Hugh said, hello, Adam. Off topic says, has anyone ever been as far as decided to what go more look like?
I have no idea what that means.
Mostly says, what do y'all do for Wi-Fi out there at the shop?
We got Verizon home internet, but buddy, I do not recommend it
I
unless you're
could
really
just,
in a pickle.
I could just about hold an antenna up and be better.
We right now with this snow, Upload speed is 1 megabyte per second.
We're still waiting on yesterday's video to come up, and it still ain't even done yet. Buggy says, "Okay, I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna going back to lurking."
Okay.
See you, Buggy. Adam said, "Buggy." Buggy said, Adam." Adam said, "Teacher."
No, he said GV. But it translated.
Oh, sorry. David said, "Hope me and my kid get to do something like this. He's only 9 now."
Well, I will tell you, David, and I've said this before, eventually they'll stop not hating you, I would say, but they'll stop wanting to basically be away from you.
I'm living my life dream right now, David. I wish my other kids would come around more and do this with us, but this is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm living my best life right now.
I bought this building for me and him to do exactly this stuff.
Off topic, showing
They asked broccoli or turkey.
I hate broccoli. I don't like turkey, but I'll take it over broccoli.
Does the broccoli have salt?
And I don't care. New Zealand says Starlink is where you want to go.
The problem being is just the startup money, because you have to buy it, and we just don't have that right now.
Colton Bean said hi.
Hello,
Hornby said your best chip flavored cheese and onion or plain
Cheese.
cheese. Like, well,
Like Pringles cheddar
Pringles,
cheese.
yeah. Jane said hi. Adam Pape said Chantel is a great internet if y'all have it in the area.
I've never heard of it.
I hadn't either. Joe Balls said, "What did the broccoli do to you?"
You should have seen him after he ate a damn tomato. He was sick for a week.
Yeah. Hugh said, "Justin is starting to have fun. He's young yet. He'll be the third son there soon." Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Well,
Warm
I
weather
said
gear. I think it'll change a little bit.
Well, I said it the other day, and I think he thought I was trying to talk shit. But at 19, what man is not out there trying to find themselves? Trying to figure out where they fit in this world?
He'll get it. And
He'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, man, 25 people in here, 74 thumbs up. 2 more would be awesome.
Jane said broccoli and cheese casserole. That sounds delicious.
Anything with the word casserole on it, I'm not
I
eating.
like casserole.
Well,
Boggy
he
said,
can
I
have
feel you, David. I'd want nothing more than for my daughter to work with me till I croak.
it. Adam said, Jane.
San
San
Antonio
Antonio
why
said,
is she crying? Is she lying?
off topic said, too much.
No, off topic asked, taco or poop or snowman? I have no idea what that means.
It says too much, question mark. Then it's got tacos, shit, or snowman. I guess. I don't know.
Joe
too
Ball
much
said
shit,
add
yeah.
some chicken to that casserole I'm in.
Mostly more bar says a guy bought a Starlink out to the our patrol base this past week, and it is handy, but it can't really support something like this or gaming, at least not out of the middle of nowhere.
See, that's the problem, is Verizon Wi-Fi doesn't support it either. But we have no other option that remotely close gives us what Verizon Wi-Fi does.
Boggy says, hell, I want her to be a better mechanic than me. Jane said, sounds good. Joe Gunn says, say Baltimore, Maryland, please. Baltimore, Maryland. Hornby says, getting sick is not fun. No. Adam said, real men eat
Quiche.
quiche.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Daryl says, going to get cereal before my show starts. All right,
Okay.
Daryl, see you. We got about 3 minutes here, and we're going to close it up. Nickel Pony says, I would eat anything but hominy.
I love hominy.
That's nasty.
Y'all some nasty.
Jane
women.
said, right, Adam. Daryl said, peace. Boggy says, at 19, I was in New Jersey fighting on my own.
Exactly.
Jane said, Nickel, I don't like hominy either. Too much starch. Off topics.
Hot or cold? Hot.
I'll take hot. Nickel Pony says,
Can't season it.
I've
enough to give it a taste.
never looked at a picture and says, man, she's cold. I like hot.
Nickel Pony said can't season it enough to give it taste to me. It's an acquired taste. If you don't like it, acquired taste. Craig said, take care. I'll talk to you later. See you,
See you,
Craig.
Craig.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Jane said, take care, Craig. New Zealand said, anyone know of anyone heard from Old Mate Adventure at the gay bar?
Nope.
Nope. I'm not allowed back there. After I start making
26
fun of
people in here, 75 thumbs up. Is there anybody out there who will give me one more thumbs up, please?
Let's see here. Palin.
Says, hey, CSX, hello.
Yeah, hello. Hey, hit that like button for
Yes,
me.
please hit my likey thingy, please.
Pape said, y'all have a great night. Be safe on the roads.
See you,
Have a great
Papa.
night, Pape. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Hornby said you should try homemade mac and cheese. Oh, I like that now.
That sounds good.
Off topic said already did. Thank you.
Boggy said no. He said,
uh,
I need to pop this engine off as soon as my taxes get here. I have a couple 6L89 or 6L80E trans. I'm watching and can get a triple disc converter. I'm borderline between a single and a triple disc being. Huh. New Zealand said he hasn't been here in a while. Jay said, you mean Reaper, New Zealand? Ah, Reaper. Yeah, he's not been in here in a little while.
no.
New Zealand said, Jane, yes, Reaper. Makes you wonder. Nickel Pony said, everyone have a great night. And remember, if you're not moving forward, you're standing still. That's right. Adam said, somebody play with Randy Thumb.
There you go.
Little Terabyte said, what's the issue with ice? It's just solid form of water. Exactly.
Exactly. That's what we've been saying all night.
Off topic said, oh man, we're out of time.
I'm trying to, if you're going to read it or
Off
not.
topic said, we're into the these knees, bees, breeze, freeze, bow, fart, ass. Big Bud said hi. Hugh said reliable, 550 horsepower, is high for a single disc and low for a triple disc converter. That will last. You'll figure it out, Boggy said, take care, Pops. Jane said Reaper was in last night.
Yeah.
He was drinking at the bar.
That's right.
Jordy Young said, I'm over here out of Raccoon Road, eating a bologna sandwich looking for night crawlers. Nice buck standing there looking at me. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
You'd like
said,
it,
have an awesome
button.
night, everyone. Jane said, take care. New Zealand said, Reaper is busy with the bum, no babies. Big Bud said, hi again. Big Daddy Hung said, how you doing today? Good. Boggy said, take it easy, Randy. New Zealand said, take care, Pops and Randy. Everybody, thank y'all for coming in. Have a great night, great day whenever you're watching this. And most importantly,
Jackass. Y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And
I just said
remember,
that.
keep it silly.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.